Eureka Center for Spiritual Living acknowledges that the land on which we gather is the ancestral territory of the Wiyot peoples. This territory extends to the communities through most of Humboldt County, and we honor the Wiyot peoples today. And let us move forward. Oops, wait, I aim over this way. It's funny because, see, the picture is here, the device is over there, and you'll notice almost all of us who are up here always point at this thing. Like it'll reflect off there and go back over there. So let's see if we're going to start out, well, let's see here. That was not what I was looking for, as always. Oh, no, it is. Okay, never mind. Ignore all of that. Let's start out with our song. And get Donna to lead us, please.
I'll start translating for him in just a few minutes. Please stand. I fish, and you can tell when the fish is just kind of... Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing day. This healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful day. This beautiful day. Thank you for my friend, Spirit. Thank you for my friend. Thank you for my friend, Spirit. Thank you for my friend. My wonderful friends. My wonderful friends.
Thank you. All right, now we're going to move forward to the next slide, which says welcome. So what we'd like to do is we start out the top, we all say the top affirmation together, and I want to continue a trend that started at the pre-service. For the bottom half, we are just simply going to all say, happy birthday, Angelica. Her birthday was yesterday, so together we'll all say the top half, and then of course with love and enthusiasm, we will all wish Angelica a very happy birthday. So together we say, we, where the vibration of love lifts us, the wisdom of the ages inspires us, and the science of mind teaching empowers us, and everybody together, happy birthday, Angelica. All right, let's take a look at our weekly schedule. As always, there is a lot going on over the course of the coming week. You can see everything on the screen. You can also have it delivered personally into your e-box simply by making sure you are on our mailing list, which you can sign up for in the other room. And then Angelica sends out a mailing every Monday morning, and then once a month we get the whole master list. Next up, we have, speaking of events taking place, on Saturday from 10 to noon, Louise will be leading us in an art class, which Louise has been doing art classes here for forever. Back from years and years ago when dinosaurs roamed the area, Louise was teaching them how to be artistic. Louise, did you want to...
Painted in blood.
Yeah, we painted in blood. Did you wish to say anything?
Sure.
Okay.
Because maybe there's some people that haven't, realized that I'm teaching a class on Saturday. It's watercolor. It's a surprise. And I'd even like Angela to come because it's going to be possibly abstract. If you have to paint with your non-dominating hand or whatever they call it. So please join me. No experience necessary. We just are here to have fun. Thank you.
Other events that take place, we are a center, which means we are a community, so there's a lot of events that take place within our center. One is the men's meeting. That will be coming up again this week on Saturday from 3 to 5. If you identify as male, would like to show up and just share, talk. It's not like a service organization. It is not like we have to do recipes or, all of that kind of stuff. We basically, being men, sit around and we talk sports and we belch a lot. What was that? And scratch, yes, exactly, right. But no, it's a great group. It's a sense of camaraderie, and it's just a way to share with other people who are going through what you're going through. It's fun, it's sometimes poignant and emotional, but it's worth attending. Let's see here. So I'm looking at the slides, and I swear I'm reading this. Slide 8, Art with Louise. Slide 9, Men's Meeting. Slide 10, Art with Louise. Let's see what does come up. No, we're going to skip it this time, and we're going to go to Bridge House Backpacks. Bev, would you please tell us about Bridge House Backpacks?
Good morning. So on the 18th of August, we're going to have a get-together stuffing party for all the kids at Bridge House. I will have all the supplies and the backpacks. I got the backpacks ordered last week. Some of them, if not most of them, are arriving on Tuesday. So I'll start showing them off every week as I come. I get to wear them. And we have a lot of fun. If you can make a donation towards the backpacks and the supplies. The reason I'm not asking people to actually donate supplies is because they're so different for each class, each age group and all that. So I'll just put them together and get them organized, and we just have fun putting them all in the backpacks together as a group. So that's on the 18th, 2 o'clock. It's a Monday. If you can make it, we'd love to have you be here. There are 9 children. 6 boys and 3 girls this year, lots of little ones. Little ones, yeah. Yep. So it should be great fun. Thank you so much.
The definition of a little one probably needs to be defined, because for most of us, young is anything under about 50. Okay. Let's see here. We have our practitioners are available should you wish to be subjected to myself or Edward or Susan or Michele. We are all here after the service to help you with just talk if you would like, share if there's something going on in your life, if you'd like to know more about the philosophy. It's our honor to share. We take about 5 minutes and do so. We have here the little pantry. One more way that we contribute to our community is by keeping the little pantry fed so it can feed others. The pantry empties itself, goodness gracious, probably within a day. So if you have non-perishable food, please bring it along. And before we get into this month's theme of embracing the adventure, I would like to have Angelica come up and make an announcement.
All right, thank you. As most of you know, we have been doing we did volunteer of the month for quite a while.
Then we ran out of wall space.
We're running out of wall space, so we decided to do it volunteer of the quarter. And this past quarter, I would like you to welcome up Lori. This one you get to take home. Thank you. And this one I'm going to read from. So some of the board members write little things, and I send them off to Rick, and he makes these wonderful, beautiful, not certificates. What would you call them? Awards. Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm speechless right now, so.
Lori is a mensch. The literal definition of a mensch is a human being, but is used to refer to a person with a strong moral compass, a person who is honest, responsible, and can be counted on. Lori is that person. We at the Eureka Center for Spiritual Living are so lucky to have her as a member of our center. That was from Rose. Lori is a class act. She has single-handedly coordinated the entire plant sale and was personally at all of its activities and gave everyone who volunteered handwritten personalized thank you notes. She also regularly buys 100-pack energy bars and other essential items for ECSL's Little Pantry. And Mark wrote that one. And Lorna wrote, I am so grateful for the warmth and wisdom of her precious being that Lori brings to everything she does. From greeting people as they come into the Sunday gathering to organizing events like the plant sale, an enormous undertaking. And I wrote, Lori is also an active part of our love squad, and her kindness and compassion is often part of people's healing. She also created a well-attending, once-a-month pre-gathering chanting meditation group. And so we thank you, Lori, for everything. I mean, this is just a little sample of things that you do for our center and have done. But we thank you and honor you as the volunteer for this year's second quarter.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, who wants that? Let's do this. Good. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
So I don't get that one, I get this one.
Right, this one. By the way, Burl, did you happen to take this copy home? Well, where did it go?
Well, you mean this copy?
No, that's your copy.
Oh.
But we had another copy that I had put over there to go up on the wall. And Rick wanted
I just want to
put
say
it up
something
on the
really
wall.
quick. You know, she mentioned the plant sale, and as I've said before, it wasn't just me, you know. So many people showed up and worked so hard, and I can't take the credit for that. So I just want to make sure everybody is aware that it was a very shared experience, and I'm humbled and honored today. Thank you.
Lori, I'd like to change that analogy a little bit. It's like an orchestra. Everybody in the orchestra is very talented, plays a great instrument, but without a conductor, it's just cacophony. Okay, so our theme for the month continues to be embracing the adventure. And with that in mind, we are going to sing a song that Donna will lead, followed by Michele coming up and doing the moment of peace, and then a message from Angelica.
It is clear to see how each day may be the preference for me to learn from. I am one, I am beautiful, I am one, I am joy, I am one with the universe, I am love. The universe, and we'll make this up. To learn from. We are one, we are beautiful, we are one, we are joy, we are one in the universe, we are love. And there's one more, it's up there somewhere. And Michele is beautiful.
That was confusing. I wasn't sure when to come up. I was thinking of something like on Saturday Night Live where, you know, the first part is really clear, you're singing along, and all of a sudden you can't see the next part, so you're like, So with our embracing the journey, and if I have it right, I think the talk title might be When the Map Runs Out. And if it's not, this goes with embracing the journey anyway. So I have a short reading, very short, from Jennifer Loudon, who writes a book called The Life Organizer, which is really fun. And then we'll have a moment of silence, and Jackson will sing us into an invocation for our service, and then we'll move on from there. So if you just relax into your chair and enjoy just being here in the moment, and just take a couple of deep healing breaths, just allowing that breath to move in through your lungs, bringing in the light and the love and the joy of spirit, and exhaling anything that might not be that. So from Jennifer Loudon, expand your choices past what seems possible or reasonable, connect to what you truly want, and then see what is possible, a much bigger playing field. And then ask yourself, how can I support the person I most want to be?
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
And breathing into that idea that we are the face of God. We are a part of each and every being on this planet, whether they be a plant, an animal, a human, a bug. We are all connected. And I know this morning as we come together in person and on Zoom, that we have a special connection in this way of being in the world. And I know that the words we will hear today and the message we receive will be the right and perfect ones. And I know that as we take this message in, that it feeds each of our cells and flows out into the world to make it a better place. And so I let this service unfold in its right and perfect way. And so it is.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
All right, now ask up to the podium our birthday girl, Reverend Angelica.
There's a note up here that says paper towels are needed in the women's bathroom. Wonder what that has to do with Sunday morning. You know, I was telling Susan on my ride this morning, first of all, let me say thank you to all the people who at the pre-service meditation gave me such nice thoughts and great feelings. And I have to tell you, everybody's talking about how I have led them onto a certain path, whatever. And I thought, no, you guys are doing that for me, right? I mean, luckily I get to be the leader, you know, and go follow me. But because of all of you, I get to move along my spiritual journey with, you know, lots of company and friends and everything. And so makes me really happy. Thank you, thank you, thank you for all the comments. And I also want to say that I'm really grateful for all the help I've had during this exciting adventure. For those of you who want to know, it is getting better. When I went to the orthopedic surgeon yesterday, she said that I could take off the whatever you call this thing. The sling, yeah. When I'm home and just sitting around, but otherwise, you know, to wear it. And then I asked her, well, how long is this going to take to get, you know, the healing? And she said, well, minimum 10 weeks. I went, 10 weeks? I mean, last Tuesday was 3 weeks, right? So this Tuesday is 4 weeks. And guess what? In a few weeks, there's a few of us going to Canada for SOAR. And she says, wear the sling the whole time you're in Canada. It's like, oh, okay. You know, don't take it off. But anyway, so this has been a really amazing adventure. I mean, what I've gotten from it, and this, as well as this morning, is how much I'm appreciated and loved. And it's just amazing to me. And believe me, it's reciprocated. I love and appreciate all of you as well. So this morning, my talk is when the map runs out. I sort of feel like, you know, we've been on this spiritual journey all year, and you know, my falling on my face and breaking my arm was like, that was the point where the map ran out. It's like, now what do I do? You know, and it's a whole new learning experience. And I swear to God, the muscles in my left arm are letting me know that it's being used way more than it's used to being used. And but now I'm learning how to be ambidextrous. So this is kind of neat. I hope I don't stop it once I can use my right hand all the time. So I had to ask myself when I was thinking about this, is this seemed to be a point in my life where the map just ran out. And it seems like that all of us have a point like that sometimes in our life, or you know, all of our well-made plans, et cetera, seem to fall apart because you can't do what you wanted to do. And for me, it's a point where the old directions don't make any sense anymore. The signs are gone, you know, the roadmap signs are gone. And what used to feel so certain is now like, what? What am I supposed to do now? So when I was thinking about this idea and the journey that we've been on this year, I thought about the fact that collectively, we are living in one of these moments right now. Not just individually, but collectively. That means everybody. Politically, socially, spiritually, the old maps are unraveling. And most of us are going, what? And we're angry, or we're grieving, we're confused. We don't know what's coming next, but most of us are thinking about how awful it's going to be. The institutions that we trusted so much, for instance, our Constitution, seems to be getting ignored or thrown by the wayside. Everything seems to be shaky. And no one seems to agree on which direction is actually going to take us forward. So I want us to not buy into this idea of chaos and confusion, but to remember something a lot deeper. And this is what I know. When the map runs out, Spirit steps in. When the map runs out, Spirit steps in. And I want you to remember this. So what I know is that when my human body is shaking up because of what I did to it, finally the bruises that I had from here to my leg are starting to disappear, etc. So when our human system starts to shake, divine truth remains unshakable. So one of the things I was thinking about was, as I'm listening to what's happening in the world, is, have we lost our compass? And as I kept contemplating this idea all this week, what I realized is that the end of the map is the beginning of mystery. And I kind of like living in the mystery. And I'm thinking of the divine mystery, right? So maps are comforting, they offer predictability, they offer order. For a long time we thought we had a really good map for democracy, for progress, for our spiritual evolution. But now we're waking up to the truth that maybe the old map wasn't as good as we thought it was. Maybe it wasn't complete. What I've learned as I've paid attention to what's going on is that there were many voices left out. There's many voices left out now. That old map made promises that it couldn't keep. And so this is the very place where spiritual awakening begins. Jack Kornfield, a well-known author, says, to live a spiritual life, we must become comfortable not knowing. We have to become comfortable not knowing. So in the spiritual journey then, when the map runs out, we don't turn back, we turn inward, and this is where the real adventure begins. And so to me, this inner navigation then that we begin to use is trusting the compass within. And when I think of the compass, I think of the divine, right? Think of God. So spirit is never confused. In fact, below the headlines is that still small voice, a compass that points us toward peace, compassion, and clarity. Dr. Holmes says, there is a power greater than you are, and you can use it. There is a power greater than we are, and we can use it. And we're using this power all the time. If I'm sitting in my chair moaning about the state of the country, etc., the universe is saying, yes, my darling, have some more. The way the universe works is by working according to our beliefs, our thoughts, our feelings. And so we, in this kind of a faith tradition, have a responsibility. And our responsibility is to pay attention. Pay attention to what we're thinking and feeling. He also says, or Dr. Holmes also says, there's a presence within you that knows exactly what to do. And I know for myself that I call that my intuition. And I think of the intuition as being the translating device for the divine voice so that I can understand what the universe is saying. But I also know of all the times that I neglected my intuition. I probably told this story before about when many, many years ago, before I got into the ministry, I was working at a company, and my job afterwards was to take the mail over to the post office, and then I went home. And I'm stopping at a red light, and I kept hearing, "Turn left here." And I'm thinking, well, I don't have to go to the store. Why do I need to turn left here? Turn left here. I mean, the voice didn't get demanding, but it was very there in my head. Well, I ignored it, and as I was crossing the street, when the light turned green, I got broadsided by a car, which if I had paid attention and been turning, I would have had to, wait or whatever. What I know is if I had paid attention and done what that inner voice said, I wouldn't have got broadsided. So this whole idea of trusting the compass within is basically trusting your intuition, remembering that there's a presence within you that says, I know what to do. I'm ready. So right now then, this is the time to start listening to that. Not to the noise of panic, but to the wisdom of spirit. Not to the fears that come up of collapse or whatever, but to the invitation to co-create something brand new. And who knows what it would be? Who knows what it would be? When we don't know where we're going, we get to ask Spirit, show me what love would do here. I have a weekly, I have a couple of prayer partners that I speak to weekly, but one of them is Reverend Sidney Lehman. You probably remember her. She sang and she put her beautiful colored boots on the piano when she was singing because she loved those shoes. But what we were talking the other day about, and I put this in the last Monday newsletter as well, we were talking about the whole event that was happening in Texas and how normally FEMA would be right there on the spot immediately, taking care of things, finding shelter, doing all the things that they're supposed to do, and they did not show up for 3 days with those floods in Texas. But you know who did show up? Was the Mexicans. And even thinking about it, I get chills. It doesn't matter how much our government has badmouthed them or called them terrible names. A small little nonprofit organization in one of the towns that was having a lot of trouble with the flooding called a friend who then called out, I think he was in the fire department or something, but suddenly we didn't pay them to come, nothing, but hundreds of firemen and rescue people showed up from Mexico, came over the border and started saving people. And that to me is that whole idea of show me what love would do here. So I asked you last week to do something kind for somebody. Does anybody want to share a story about what they did? Did anybody do their homework? The dog ate it. That's funny. Okay, what?
Judy and I got together. Judy paid for the tree, and I brought her flowers.
Cool. That's a kind thing, yeah. Did you have your hand up before, Lorna? Or yeah. What did you want to share something? Or you were just saying that you did your homework?
I did my homework, but I'll share. Many of you know that I live in a senior community, and there is a person whose daughter is dying, and so I have worked to facilitate some support for her.
Good.
Not telling her that.
Yeah. Oh, that's good, yeah. I like those ones when they're done without letting people know. Anybody else have one they want to share? Oh, I got two back there. Okay, so both of you. Which one first?
I'll go
surgery and just to see how it goes.
Right. Yeah. Lori?
My goddaughter is here from Tacoma, Washington. She comes a couple times a year. And I'm imparting some behaviors around philanthropy for her. And so we went to Costco and bought a couple $100 worth of dog food, cat food, treats, and then we have a favorite, it's very small rescue shelter that we go to every time she's here because she loves the puppies and the kitties. And we showed up, I had to use my rolling cart because these bags of food were so, Costco. And I just love being able to have her be involved in that. And the woman who runs she's the director of this small shelter, was in tears and grateful for this. And I really want my goddaughter to see the action of sharing, giving, So I got goosebumps just talking about it, so thanks for letting me share that.
Right. So all of these things are, when I hear them, they sound like, oh yeah, I would do that too. And, whether it's stopping to speak to people or caring for people without letting them know about it, or, doing the animal thing, whatever. But you know what? It's not as common as we might think. That's why I'm saying that let yourself be one who does these kinds of things in your life. And what I know about it when I do things like that is it feels good. It's a good feeling to help other people. A really good feeling. So another thing I thought about in this whole idea was letting go of control and absolutely embracing the flow. So here we are in times of political crises, and the temptation is to clamp down and to try to find someone to blame. We want to blame somebody. We have a perfect example of somebody who blames everybody. So I thought in thinking about this, about my wanting to blame people, because that stuff comes up for me, is that what if we're being initiated into a new way of thinking and living? Dr. Holmes wrote, and I found this quote, which I don't remember ever seeing before. We are chemists in the laboratory of the infinite. What then shall we create? We are chemists in the laboratory of the infinite. What then shall we create? So what I'm thinking about is that when it seems like the map runs out, that's the time for us to pause and to listen and to breathe and recognize that Spirit is doing something new and we're part of it. All this chaos that's going on around us, who knows what amazing thing is going to come out of it? Our job is to focus on knowing the amazing thing is coming or the amazing thing is here. Our job is not to focus on how awful it is. We are chemists in the laboratory of the infinite. I just love that. What then shall we create? Oh, I can't even get my next page here. Okay. And my last one is what it means to be a spiritual citizen. Because this is what I think that we're being called to do in these times, is to know that our spiritual presence matters. It really matters. So we might not have the power in Washington, but we do have power in consciousness. We have power in consciousness. We can speak words of peace where others want to sow division. We can shine the truth when the way is clouded. We can choose faith when it seems like fear might be easier. Our job is to do what Desmond Tutu once said. Hope is being able to see that there is light despite all the darkness. And you know how you see the light? You be it. You absolutely be it. The map might have run out on life being comfortable and, whatever. But something amazing is happening in our world. It's happening not only in our country, but all over the planet. It's even happening in the galaxy. Things are being shaken up. And I've got to imagine, I've got to know, we've got to know that something amazing is happening and we're part of it. And so walk as a spiritual citizen. Which means, once I can drive again, if I'm driving down the street and somebody cuts in front of me and I want to go at them, that's not being a spiritual citizen. Looking to see where love works. Where does love work here? So this is our assignment for this week, is to absolutely, in fact, maybe what you might want to do this week is look and see where does the map, quote unquote, run out in your life, and how could that possibly be sacred ground? And what new path is Spirit asking us to walk? What I know is that all is not lost. We're being led. We're being led either by the media and all of that, or by Spirit. And so let's choose to be led by Spirit. Let's choose to do the loving, kind, compassionate thing every single time. Not just for the people around us, but for ourselves as well. So let's treat. This is what I know. In truth, that truth with a capital T, all there is divine energy. And this energy is both unconditionally loving and infinitely intelligent. So I know for each one of us, I declare that we are ready and willing to be spiritual citizens. We're ready and willing to be the ones that are spreading love, spreading compassion, spreading kindness everywhere we go. And I know that as we make that decision for ourselves, the whole universe rushes in to make that so. And so we celebrate that. We allow ourselves to pay attention to that voice within us, our intuition, and let us remember that this is the translating device for the divine. And we honor it with every fiber of our being as we let ourselves walk a sacred path, a path where maybe the map has run out, but the path opens up before us as we take each step. So I know the steps we're taking is to recognize the truth of our being, which is spirit, to recognize that who we are is love, to know deep within us that that infinite intelligence that we say God is within every cell and atom of our bodies, every cell and atom of everything. And so we see the presence, the sacred presence, absolutely everywhere. We let go of being afraid. We let go of being angry. We let go of the confusion. And we stand proudly as the spiritual beings that we are, the individualized expressions of the divine that we are. And it is a good thing. It's a God thing. And I release these words into divine law, knowing that they are already so, and so it is. Edward is our musician this morning. Let's welcome him up. Oh, there he is.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I wore my coat of many colors today. It's designed to bring some laughter and some joy. So, being from New Orleans, which is the home of jazz and one of the homes of blues, I decided to do something different today as usual. Well, I'm different. And being the great-grandson of Alphonse Florestan Picou, who's one of the pioneers of jazz, I decided to do blues. And I always thought that blues was kind of like depressing, you know, songs like "Nobody Loves Me But My Mother" and "She Might Be Jiving Too," you know. But I heard this ancient guru of music get up here the other week and say something that really changed my mind. That ancient guru was Jeff Smoller. And he said, nah, it isn't. So light bulbs went off in my head and I said, oh, wow, yeah, okay, maybe it isn't. So I decided that we would compose a blues song today. And I decided that blues has to be played live. So I enlisted the help of the guitar controller, Jeff Smoller. One of the original members, yeah, he deserves all of that. One of the original members of the Jackson Five, Jackson Eldridge. And taking a break from her duties as sound engineer for us, the incomparable Anna Banana Hamilton. And on bass, one of the founders of this center and the saint of ECSL, Mr. Rick St. Charles. And on drums, we have Let's Cut a Rug, Doug Kamprath. So we're going to create a blues song for you, and I think we're going to call it the Not So Blue Blues. Because right now, the way the world is, it's trying to go back to the original meaning, which is sadness. And we're not going to let that happen. No, we're going to be joyful. So here's the Not So Blue Blues. And this is, I think I'm going to give a name to the band. We're going to call them the So Far Over the Hill They Can't Remember Seeing the Hump. Nearly in Diapers Blues Band. Okay, guys. Kick it, Jackson. You got it.
Jackson Eldridge. Put my notes, okay. Yeah, that's right, you guys did all the notes. Excellent, wow, that was fantastic. What was this, the Almost in Diapers Jazz Band? Is that what you called them? The Return to Diapers Jazz Band. That would have been great at even twice the price, wouldn't it? Okay, we are going to he said in another language, we are going to gather our gifts. So as the plates go around, please put in what you can, and always, always, always put in kindness, love, and compassion. No matter how many dollars you add, the kindness, love, and compassion, and do it all with intention. And we will return once again to the Almost in Diapers Partial Jazz Band. Oh, but first, I'm sorry. We first say, I gratefully give from the fullness of my abundance, knowing my gift blesses the center, all in it and beyond, and so it is. Knowing that all of these gifts were given with love, compassion, and kindness, and the energy, excitement, and enthusiasm that we are feeling in this room has infused all of them, The energy that is within all of them goes out into our community to improve the people who are here, the community in general, the state, the world, and knowing that all is turning out for the better. With that in mind, I release these words into the universal law of mind, knowing that they are already happening, and with gratitude I say, and so it is. Thank you. Okay, we're going to do in a moment the community statement of inclusion, and then we've got a couple demonstrations people have requested to talk about. I also wanted to, Angelica, on your talk you mentioned about learning how to be ambidextrous, and I've always been a fan of bumper stickers, really good bumper stickers, and it reminded me of, I'll get to that one in a second, but I remember three of my favorite bumper stickers are, "Oh no, not another learning experience." "Where are we going and why are we in this handbasket?" Was another one. And the one that you prompted me was, I remember back in college, somebody had a bumper sticker on their car and it said, "I'd give my right arm to be ambidextrous." So, all right, with that in mind, we will have somebody read the community statement of inclusion, a volunteer with enthusiasm, love, and an ability to read. Who do we have who will come forward, please? You're an I will. That's Lorna. Very good. And don't forget, paper towels are needed in the women's bathroom.
We, the Eureka Center for Spiritual Living, are a community that celebrates diversity, fosters inclusion, champions inner work, and creates space for brave, vulnerable conversations. We are a community that honors the unique emanation of God that each person embodies and advocates with people for human rights and dignity for all. We are a community that blesses each other, sees sacredness in all life, remain learners and listeners so we may grow together, and understands that oneness is not sameness. And together we say, we know our beloved community is revealed more fully when we love each other well.
All right, let's see here. I had a couple of people who had asked to do a demonstration for, if you do not know what a demonstration is, or as a reminder if you do, a demonstration is kind of the bedrock in many ways of what our philosophy is about. We, as Angelica referred to it, intuition comes to us, the voice of the universe, of the universal mind comes to us. We go, wow, what if that could actually happen? And then we start to believe in it, and we feel it, and we put that energy back into the universe, and it manifests. With that in mind, Louise and then Judy. Louise, you said you had a manifestation.
Well, you know that I teach art, not just here, but in the community. Last Sunday before church, I was kind of thinking about a class that I had just taught on the previous Friday. Had a little bit of glitch, a little problem. And so I made a note about a possible solution. So when I made my announcement last week, as I did this week, about my class, Brian passes me a note. On the note it says, "We have art supplies in the basement." So I go into the basement with Brian after our service, and he's digging through the boxes, and we find palettes, and we find big pads of, papers and canvases, and no. All of a sudden, he finds a partial pad of watercolor paper. Oh, great, I could use that. All right. He finds another pad. It's drawing paper. Perfect. Pulls out a set of tubes of gouache. I went, oh, okay, yeah, okay, I'll take that. And the last thing he pulls out is a handful of brushes with tape around them. So I put them all in the car, come back to the social hall, gave some money to the office, and when I got home, I started looking at what I got, and I'm thinking, oh, this is pretty cool, this is good, I got, decent paper, and I do have to say that I had this little teeny inkling of someday I want to learn how to do gouache painting. That's what the tubes were, and they had never been opened. The last thing I open, I take the masking tape off of the brushes, and if it wasn't written right on my desk that I had written just before coming to service, to fix this problem that I had on Friday, because I'm teaching this class again tomorrow, I needed some bigger brushes. In that pack were 4 bigger brushes, exactly what I needed. So scratched off of my list on my paper. They are fast, and sometimes you get twofers. So
The universe offering a 2 for sale today only. Judy, let's help you over here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good morning, everyone.
Right up to the microphone.
You may know that my right knee has been suffering from arthritis for well over 6 months with chronic severe pain. And I've been going through the hoops of what you are required to do to get surgery scheduled. Time and again, my appointments were changed for various reasons. And so last week I went to the office in person and spoke to the receptionist and said I'm in, a lot of pain and I'd like to get in as soon as I can. And the last appointment I had made was for August 25th. And so I told the lady my sad story, and just at that time, another woman was taking a call. Someone was canceling their appointment. Lo and behold, I get to see the surgeon tomorrow. I've got high hopes.
demonstration is there are now paper towels in the women's bathroom.
We manifest on so many levels, don't we? All right, we will close off our service by singing the peace song. We're going to all gather in a circle. Donna will lead us. If you're not familiar with the peace song, I suggest you stand on that side so you can see the lyrics up there.
All these instructions. Good job making a big circle. Here we go. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, loved ones all are we. Yes, we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace be with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every breath I take, yes, this is my joyous vow, to take each moment and